This is a Unit 4 paper review for MAC 1105. I'm starting with question number 22 in this video. And it says, solve each logarithmic equation. Be sure to cross out any value that is not in the domain of the original logarithmic expression. Put your answer in the answer blank. Okay, give the exact form, no decimals. All right, so I have log base 6, x plus 2 equals 3. I'm going to change this to exponential form. So base 6 raised to the third equals x plus 2. So on my calculator, I'm going to find out what 6 to the third power is. So 6 raised to the third equals 216. And it equals x plus 2, bringing the 2 over to the other side, x equals 214. Done. Okay, next one. I see we have log base 3x plus log base 3x plus 2 equals 6. Since the logs are the same, I can multiply x times x plus 2 inside the parentheses. So I get log base 3 x times x plus 2 equals 6. All right, now I'm going to write this out in exponential form. So 3 raised to the 6 equals x times x plus 2. Okay? All right, so 3 to the 6, so 3 raised to the 6th power equals 729. And this equals x squared plus 2x. Now we have a quadratic. So x squared plus 2x minus 729 equals 0. That doesn't factor out, so you're going to use the quadratic formula. So x equals plus or minus, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x equals negative b, which negative b is going to be negative 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so that's 2 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 729. And that's all over 2 times 1. Okay, so x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4. Now 4 times 729 is going to give me 2,916 all over 2. So when I do that, I get negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2,920 underneath the square root over 2. So let's figure out what the two answers are. So the first time around, I'm going to do parentheses in the calculator, negative 2 plus the square root of 2,920. And I'm going to end those parentheses and divide that by 2. And when I do that, I get a positive value of 26.02. So 26.02 is one answer. The other answer is I'm going to plug in again parentheses, negative 2 minus the square root of 2920, and the parentheses, and I'm going to divide that all by 2. And I get, for this one, I get negative 28.02. Now the negative answer doesn't make sense, so I'm not going to include it because we're talking about logs. So I only have one answer, which is 26.02. Okay, let's look at 24. Again, ln, and we're going to do 3 times, we have to divide that because there's a minus sign there. So x plus 5 over 3, sorry about that, equals ln of 9x minus 2. Since I have ln on both sides, what I can do is just set these equal to each other. So x plus 5 over 3 equals 9x minus 2. I'm going to do x plus 5 and I'm going to multiply the other side by 3. So I get 27x minus 6 equals x plus 5. Moving the 27 over, I get negative 26x. I move the 5 over to the other side, I get negative 11. So I get x equals 11 over 26 as my answer for number 24. Okay, and finally, I think this is the last question, 25. I'm just going to finish this off. We have to use the formula a equals 25 e to the kt. It says the population the population of a particular country was 25 million in 2014. As such, we find the exponential growth function as a equals 25e raised to the kt describes the population of this country in millions t years after 2014. Use the fact that the population was 34 million in 2023, which is 9 years later, to find k. So I'm going to use this formula, a equals 25 e to the kt. Okay, the amount in 2003 we know is 34 million, so 34 equals 25e. I don't know what k is, I'm looking for that, but I do know the time is 9 years. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is divide 34 by 25 because I'm trying to get k by itself. Now I'm going to do 34 divided by 25, and I get 1.36. Okay, now I'm going to do ln to both sides because I want to bring down the 9k. And ln of e crosses each other out because that's 1. So to get k by itself, I'm going to divide ln of 1.39 by 9. So let's see what that is. So ln in the calculator, 1.39 divided by 9. And that gives me k equaling 0.03659. Now it says to 4 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5 falls there. The 8 is large, so I'm going to round up. So 0.0366 will be the answer for k. All right, and that's the end of the review. Good luck on the test. Yeah, hope you do well. Here's a big happy face for you. All right, thanks for watching.